Good evening, children. And our today's topic is changes, change of states. We all know that three types of states are possible for a matter. Here, solids, liquid, and gases. We can change from one state to another, and in the reverse way, we can get the previous state. Clear. Similarly, liquids can be changed into gases, and gases can be changed into liquids. Okay, so if we supply some amount of heat from outside, solids can be changed into liquids. If we extract heat from liquids, liquids can be changed into solids. Okay, similarly, if you supply heat from outside to the liquids, liquids change into gases, and gases, if we extract heat from gases, gases change into liquids. Okay, the process in which solids turn into liquids is known as melting. Reverse process means from liquids to solids is known as freezing or solidification. Clear? The process from liquids to gas is known as vaporization, and from gases to liquids is known as condensation. Okay, consider solid state. We are supplying some amount of heat from outside. Suppose Q, arbitrary amount of heat. After some time, the temperature of the solids, consider temperature reaches at T degree. Okay, when the temperature reaches at T degree, the solid means the formation of liquid state is started. Clear? When the entire solid turns into liquid, the temperature T remains constant. Clear? This temperature is known as melting point of the solid. Think in reverse way. We are extracting some amount of heat from the liquid. Okay? Temperature of the liquid reaches at T1 degree. Say T1 degree. Okay? When the temperature reaches at T1 degree, the formation of solids from liquids is started. Okay? When the entire liquid changes into solid, the temperature T1 remains constant. This temperature is known as freezing point of the liquid. If we consider a particular matter through two different states of a particular matter, solids and liquids, the T degree means the melting point and the freezing point both are same for a particular matter. Okay. For simplicity of our calculation, let us first consider solid state, solid of a particular matter. Okay, the mass of the solid is m. Consider the mass is m. Okay, we are applying heat q from outside. Okay, at the melting point of the solid starts melting. Okay, that means the formation of liquid state is started. Okay, if for total amount of heat q, the entire mass of the solid means m mass is turned into liquid, means the total mass of the liquid is m. Okay, the temperature remains constant at the melting point of the solid. Clear? So we can write that for m mass of the solid, the total amount of heat required is q to change its state from solid to liquid. Clear? Apply unitary method. For unit mass of the solid, unit mass means either 1 gram or 1 kg. unit mass of the solid, the total amount of heat required is Q divided by M. Clear? This amount Q by M is known as the latent heat of the solid for the corresponding change of state. Corresponding change of state means here the change of state means from solid to liquid. So this is called Q by M is called the latent heat of melting of the solid. Clear? So new topic, next topic is latent heat. Next topic, latent heat. What is latent heat? What we had done that for in mass of the solid, total amount of heat required Q for unit mass means whether 1 gram or 1 kg. Unit mass of the solid, the total amount of heat required is Q divided by M. Clear? So what is latent heat? Latent heat means the amount of heat that is supplied or that is extracted from a state of matter to from a unit mass of the state of matter to change it completely into other state, keeping its temperature as constant, is called the latent heat of the matter for the corresponding change of state. Okay, in the previous example we have considered the solid state, so we are applying the heat from outside. Next is stage number 2 is liquid. Clear? Temperature melting point is T degree. Temperature is T degree. Clear? Mass of the solid is Q. M. Mass of the liquid is also M. Clear? So the latent heat is Q by M. Clear? What is the corresponding change of state from solid to liquid? Think in reverse way. We are extracting some amount of heat from liquid state. Okay? Mass of the liquid is M. Clear? Temperature means freezing point is T degree. Clear? Liquid turns into solid form of the same matter. Clear? So for M mass of the liquid, total amount of heat that is extracted from the liquid is Q. For unit mass, total amount of heat is required Q divided by M. So Q by M is called the latent heat of freezing or latent heat of solidification of the liquid for the corresponding change of state. Corresponding change of state means here the change of state is from liquid to solid. Clear? Latent heat is represented by big L. So what is the mathematical form of latent heat? For M mass of matter, total amount of heat required is Q. Clear? Therefore, for unit mass, unit means either 1 gram or 1 kg. Unit means the term unit means 1, numerical value is 1. Okay, for unit mass of the matter, the total amount of heat required is Q divided by M. Right? One condition is here that temperature remains constant. Okay, so L is equal to Q divided by M. For unit mass of the solid, the amount of heat required is Q by M. According to definition of latent heat, Q by M is nothing but the latent heat. Latent heat is represented by big L. So we can write L is equal to Q divided by M. Understood? So this is the mathematical form of latent heat. by cross multiplication we can get Q is equal to ml. Mathematical form of latent heat. Q is equal to ml or L is equal to Q by m. Next topic is next subtopic, units of latent heat. Next subtopic, when you find the unit, at first write the formula. Formula of latent heat, Q by m. Number 1, CJ system. CJ system, what is Q? Q is the heat from outside. What is M? M is the mass of the body. So, unit of latent heat in CJ system, Q. CJ system, in CJ system, what is the unit of Q? Means what is the unit of heat? Calorie. Unit of mass in CJ system, gram. So, CGS unit of latent heat is calorie per gram. Clear? Number 2. In SI system. Same procedure, follow the formula. N is equal to Q by M. What is Q? Heat. SI unit of heat, joule. SI unit of mass, kg. So, SI unit of latent heat, joule per kg. Okay. CGS unit is calorie per gram. SI unit is joule per kg. Understood? So, next subtopic and the last subtopic of latent heat is relation between CGS and SI units of latent heat. Relation between CGS and SI units of latent heat. CGS unit, calorie per gram. SI unit, joule per kg. So, start from CGS system. 1 calorie per gram, we can write it. Calorie per gram is nothing is written before calorie means 1 is there, is equal to. We can write like this, 1 calorie by 1 gram, 1 divided by 1 is 1. Okay, 1 calorie is equal to how much joule? 4.2 joule, right? 1 gram is equal to how much kg? 1 by 1000 kg means we can write 10 to the power minus 3 kg. Okay, 1 by 1000, it will go to the numerator, that means 4200 joule per kg. So what is the relation? Therefore, 1 calorie per gram is equal to 4200 joule per kg. This is the required relation of the CGS and SI units of latent heat. Okay. Today we'll stop here. Next day we'll start the next topic, that is expansion of solids, liquids and gases. Okay. Thank you, children.